All right, y'all, listen. Because my book, The Pearls Around My Neck, Volume 2, Faith, is now less than 30 days away from being released. As many of you already know, this is actually my third book to be published, but it's the second sequel to my first book. I shared with you all a while back how God had initially gave me various different topics, which I thought would be the different chapters of my first book. But to my surprise, that first chapter of wisdom, it ended up being an entire book of its own. Needless to say, what would have been the second chapter, Faith, is now making its debut as an entire book of its own as well. Look at God. Like, I don't know if y'all understand what this really means for me, but to be able to feel your purpose as it develops on the inside of you, to experience the various levels of maturity along the way, which is never easy when you're dealing with anything concerning purpose, but then to be able to sit back and watch as it all manifests itself externally for the world's benefit, it is amazing. It literally has me in awe. And I can proudly say that looking back to where I started, up until the point that I'm at now, I see tremendous growth, y'all. I see so much progress. It's almost as the old me has become unrecognizable. And I have to say that I owe that all to God. But I say all that to say this. Y'all be on the lookout for this book, The Pearls Around My Neck, Volume 2, Faith, to be released. This one is going to be a game changer. And what better time than now for it to be released than during a time where so many people are feeling unsettled in their spirits. You got people that's dealing with high levels of anxiety and fear, contending with overwhelming pressure and depression. And I believe that this book, it does a tremendous job of putting our perspective back to where we should be focusing on during these times. So often we only talk about things like faith when we're trusting God to perform a right now miracle or when we're in a disastrous situation. But the reality is faith shouldn't only be applied during those dire situations, but it should be applied in every aspect of our lives. So what this book does is it highlights some of the key factors in my life where my faith was tested, times when it was being heavily applied, as well as the times that it was being neglected. What I wanted to do was show you all some of the benefits of utilizing it, as well as the disadvantages of not. This book talks about dreams and their interpretations. I talk about being baptized in the Holy Spirit with the evidence of speaking in tongues. I talk about fasting and prayer. It also goes into, some of the discouragements and doubt that we experience along the way, the complacency that a lot of us contend with, and so much more. But I'm gonna stop here because I don't want to give too much away. Like I said, the book is less than 30 days away from being released. So guys, The Pearls Around My Neck, Volume 2, Faith. Make sure y'all get that. I believe it'll bless you and anybody that you share it with. And if you would like to pre-order now, you can do so. Just make sure you send me a message. And what I'll do is I'll send you the link to order, as well as putting you on the list to receive a special gift with your order for being one of my #1 supporters. I appreciate you guys, and I can't tell you enough how grateful I am. So guys, be on the lookout and make sure to share the good news. Love you all to life. Bye guys.